y'all? It's me, Erica. It's Tuesday. We down here talking about P-Valley, y'all. We talking about P-Valley. It was so good. Such a great episode. I was thoroughly entertained. I enjoyed it a great deal. I thought it was really good. A lot of developments, a lot of cliffhangers, a lot of stuff we still don't know. And then I'm going to try and talk about the second episode of Potomac and see if we have some time, and we'll talk about that. All right. So let's go ahead and get our lives together here. Let's see. All right, let's talk about P-Valley. I took notes in my phone last night. I was half asleep, so hopefully I got everything, because that was my second time of me watching it. I watched it the other night half asleep, but I was like, I thought I missed some stuff. I don't think I missed anything. I was like, well, let me just watch it again. And then I realized I don't feel like writing, so I just talk into the phone, my notes. Talking into the phone, child. That's how it's gonna be. So yeah, yesterday I got to go to the office and help the people set up their computer, so hopefully it will be no problems today or whatever. I look different, huh? What's going on? My face feels dry. Okay, anyway, so what's going on? All right, so I hope you guys had a good yesterday was kind of weird because I hadn't drove and recorded a video in a long time that far. You know, usually I'm just going to the dispensary for y'all. So all you new people, that's how it used to be. Every day. So let's talk about The Trap. That was the name of the episode. Let me turn the car on. It starts off with Mississippi dancing with some light-skinned dude with freckles, and he's asking her, why should I pay you? Now, there are men who go to the strip club with no intentions of spending any money. I knew a guy who said that he used to go to the strip club and he would put $1 on the stage and set it down like that. Like, just, I don't understand. Like, you go everywhere else for entertainment, but you feel like you don't have to pay a woman to dance. Like, that's entertainment. You're being entertained. Why should I pay you anything? Here comes Mercedes. Well, like, you need to pay her. Stop playing around. I don't need to pay her. What'd he say? It's all these women in here, like, disrespected. How do you come to a place judging somebody? You go to the strip club to be a judge? I was like, okay, whatever. She was like, he threw it on the ground. And they were like, no, hand her the money. And baby, here comes Diamond. Do you know that I love that his name is Diamond and he's so violent? I love that. Just in that he's such a violent, triggered person, and his name is Diamond. I think it's the greatest thing ever. I love it. He was like, hand her the money, and he's looking like, I don't know who he thought Diamond was, but he choked him out. Looked like he lifted him up off the ground. He gave her the money. So she says, Autumn is, so that the next scene, Autumn is in there pouring liquor in the bathtub. She's making her money look dirty, right? Making it look like it came from the strip club. So she goes and she deposits a little over $8,000 in the bank. With that money, she also bought her a hoopty. So she's honey, the diva is mobile now. She's mobile. So I don't know what's going on with Autumn. I don't know where she's getting all this money from. Maybe she stole some money from somebody. I don't know. We can only speculate. What is going on with Autumn. But she goes from town to town transferring $9,000. It looked like she did about 3 or 4 times. So yeah, so she went to about 4 or 5 different places. I don't know where the girl was, what she's doing. I don't know if she stole the money, she's trying to move the money, but I don't know what's going on. She's at the real estate agent, Mercedes. She's with the real estate agent. She's looking at this property. Looks like an old restaurant. She wants to change it into a gym. The real estate agent is just basically telling her, you know, there's a lot of people out here that really want property. I guess because of the building of the casino. I don't know if it's word on the street, but it seems to be a secret in some parts. But why is this real estate lady saying that people are trying to buy property? So she was like, we need a down payment by tomorrow. So what are we gonna do? So Patrice is at the bank. She makes a withdrawal for a little less than a little more than $20,000. It was like 20,000 something. So she's in the car. She was saying, I don't know what she was saying, honey. She was practicing her sermon, but she told the person in the other car, you have a nice fucking day. I don't like Patrice. I don't like her. Gidget is teaching Autumn how to get on the pole, honey. Mississippi said they're going to the Dollar Tree with some coupons. This is just so hood, and I love it. She said she's going to the Dollar Tree with some coupons. Look at that. So, what's the name says, she comes in and she's like, I'm not babysitting your child. You need to take your child with you. This is not the babysitter. I don't know if she called it, romper room. She called it something. I love Uncle Clifford's character. I just love the character. I love the wardrobe. I love it. And she came in with this Adidas tracksuit on with her ass hanging out the back. And a do-rag on, bitch. I said, come on, bitch. I love every minute of it. So, or she tells Autumn and September, October to come to the back. Come to the back, girl. So Mississippi tells Gidget, I want to call her Gidget or Ginger. It's one of those. She tells her to come to the, she tells her about what's happening. Like, I overheard that the Pynk is in trouble and da-da-da. So she's like, okay, girl, like, what? No, that's not true. Uncle Clifford would have told us something like that. So she was like, okay. So they in the back. So Autumn and Uncle Clifford are talking about the situation. She was like, you need to go and you need to get up under Andre again. You need to get up under Andre again. She was like, no, that nigga's crazy. He had pictures of me on his computer. She was like, girl, he had pictures of me on the computer, bitch. You ain't nobody special. That nigga is not stalking you. He taking pictures of everybody. He got my picture. You thought your pussy was something special. I was watching something the other day, and it was like, I think it was Selkis, and she was like, girl, I don't know why y'all be thinking your pussy pops severely. Everybody's pussy pops severely, and these niggas ain't choosy. So, that was really funny. So Uncle Clifford says, go back and talk to Andre, and, you know, she's like, okay, whatever. So Andre and the mayor and this investor are on the phone, and they're just talking about, you know, going through acquiring all these people's property. And Andre lets them know that the Pynk is about to go, it's about to go in foreclosure, but they know about the property. They know about the casino. And so maybe we can make them an offer. And the investor is like, no, if they're about to go in foreclosure, we're not about to do nothing. We just let this shit go. So the mayor says, well, we could figure out a way to expedite the foreclosure. They're really, it's a mess. It's just a mess. But stuff like this happens. And the mayor tells Andre, you need to stay out that club because you in that club, you know, making deals with Corbin. And no, you need to stay out that damn club. So Patrice is on the phone trying to call her mother, trying to figure out where she is. Her mother is dodging her calls. And then she goes into this room that's all made up like a teenager, lives in there. And I guess that's her daughter's bedroom. And she gets this answer machine where it's the foster mother leaving the message and says she's on punishment or whatever. I mean, you know, she was like, Mom, in the back. Watch, I'm gonna show y'all something. So I need to hurry up. Okay, so let me get my notes back. Okay. So Patrice is at church. She's preaching, baby. When Patrice started preaching, she was going through her little motions, going through all her little everything. And the pastor did not want her to preach. So she got up in the pulpit. She was preaching. The church was vibing with her. The church loved her. She was doing all her dance and everything she was going through. And he didn't like it. Can y'all tell me down in the comments, you churchgoers, what is the reason? Tell me what the reason is. And if you are able to find a scripture to support the reason why a woman is not allowed in the pulpit. I would like an explanation. I don't understand that. I've never understood it. I just thought it was some patriarchal misogynistic bullshit. So y'all let me know. I can't think of any rational, logical, thoughtful reason why a woman can't be a preacher. I've never understood that. And that's what's going on in this scene. He's very upset. She's going around. But to me, it makes me angry, because it's like, you want to use this woman for her money, but you won't even let her get in the, like, you can't even trade off like that. Like, all right, I'm gonna get you your money from my stripping daughter that you judge me for. You judge me for my daughter. I'm gonna get the money, and you not gonna let me get in there. And then she was like, so what is it? You just make the promise to all your little church hoes? And he was like, don't blaspheme. She's like, nigga, you ain't God. Like, stop playing. We here, we know who, we see each other, basically. And so I don't understand it. I've never understood that. But a woman has no place in the pulpit. I've never understood that, and I think it's so gross. It makes me want to vomit. The Mercedes is in the back with Coach, and he's rubbing her legs or whatever, rubbing her. And he gives her this nameplate with gold in it. Later, with gold in it, with dime little nameplate that says Mercedes, and she gives it to Uncle Clifford later. Like, take this shit. Like, I love that. Like, you really think you doing something by giving this woman? She's about to just give it to the club owner and be like, here, use this money to keep this club open. I love it. So Uncle Clifford comes through with this blue mullet. I was like, come on, Phaedra. Y'all remember when Phaedra used to wear her hair like that? Phaedra used to have her hair all right here, and it would be longer in the back. It would be no hair on the sides. It would just be longer in the back. Uncle Clifford had that blue mullet. Honey, I was screaming. So Gidget is upset because the club is closing. Mercedes comes through, and she was like, what? You know, she was like, yeah, girl, you know, everything is going to be all right. She was like, what, you knew? And they were mad because she knew. And she was like, y'all need to do, what you going to do something different? It's not like you going to do anything different if this place closes. And she was like, I've been stacking my paper. Basically, it took her 7 years to stack $20,000. That's what we're going on here. And she's like, she was like, what, the club ain't good enough? She was like, girl, even your mammy will tell you that you can't strip forever. So evidently, Gidget's mother is a drug addict ex-stripper. That's what I've deduced from all the evidence that's being presented to us. So they mad at Mercedes. Girl, get over it. Y'all should have been stacking. She tells y'all, stack y'all paper. Stop spending money on these bags and these clothes and these niggas. Stack your damn paper. Period. So Andre and Autumn, they meet up, and he was like, you know what? Fuck you for going through my computer. That's supposed to be a secret. And she was like, no, you're supposed to be doing the right thing, you know? And he was like, you can mess some things up or whatever. And I needed to tell Uncle Clifford that the land was being appraised. And he was like, I can't believe this. And you see how they will run after you, take pictures of you, stalk you, want to put their dick in you, and as soon as you go against whatever he had in plan for you, now you just a stripper. I don't even know why I did this for a stripper. You need to go home. And then you mad. You need to be, what did he say? You need to be a responsible mother instead of stripping, instead of finessing thirsty niggas. So you just really dragged yourself. Was that a self-drag? You really dragged yourself. How are you mad at her for finessing you? You're the one that wanted the pussy, and you should feel so stupid because that's what you really risked all of that for the possibility of some pussy, and you still ain't got no pussy. And the jig is up. All the plans have been sent all over to Uncle Clifford and everybody. So you a damn fool. You should be at home being a responsible mother. Then she starts hitting him because, you know, the baby is gone. So she starts hitting him, and then the next morning she explains to him that she don't have the baby. He was like, oh, I'm so sorry, and this and that. And she was like, whatever. And then what she said, like, I'm just going to enjoy the show for entertainment, because she walks by him and she looks at his wedding ring and she says she's lucky. Is she really lucky? Because he was getting ready to stick his dick in you. Would you want to trade places with her? The next day, she tells him that he's lucky, whatever. So she gets in the car and they start playing Independent. INDEPENDE. Do you know what that means? Yes. And so, you know, she running from county to county to county to county, switching money. We do not know what's going on with Autumn. We just don't know what's happening. So we gonna see. She transferring money. She did it about 3 or 4 times. I didn't count. She did about 3 or 4 times. Anyway, so Lil Murder comes to the club and he says, we VIP. Diamond was like, no, you not. You know, you need to get your ass in the back of the club. Diamond is so, his fuse is like, bam, like this, like that. And he be ready to whoop somebody's ass. And Uncle Clifford was like, no, baby. When Uncle Clifford turned around and had them chaps on with her ass hanging out, baby, I was like, yes! And then when she got on stage to introduce Mississippi, I was here for it. I was here for that whole little outfit. Like, okay, come on with your booty hanging out. Because you couldn't really see it from where the camera was. You could kind of see a glimpse of it, but then you didn't really see it until she came back on stage to introduce Mississippi with your booty out. So Mercedes tells Autumn, Mercedes sees Autumn walking in the club. She was like, that bitch walking like she got 10 stacks. No, girl, just 9,000. You close. You close, girl. You close. So she calls Patrice again. Patrice got a full voicemail box. And then she gets a text message from the realtor saying, we got a competing offer. I need you to come down here tonight. So Mercedes hurries up and she's trying to get dressed because she was like, Mom, her mother tells her, I guess her mother told her she was going to meet her down where she can give her the money. So she runs down there, she's getting dressed, and then before that, they get Mercedes dressed, which I thought it was so dope the way that they did it because they were playing Motivation, right? Is that later? Yeah. Baby, I'ma be your motivation. So they get her all dressed. She's all in this sparkling outfit and these shoes. They oiling her body down and everything like that. And she's walking through the club, which I thought it was weird because I'm like, why is she walking through the club and she's about to perform and this is her last dance? That outfit is like, you don't walk through the club with that outfit on. You come out on stage with that outfit on, girl. That shit was so fucking fly to me. But anyway, she gets the message, the text message. She goes through, she starts getting dressed, and she has this little conversation with Mississippi. And she was like, what am I going to do? All I have is my looks going for me. I don't know what I'm going to do. So that's all you got going for you is your looks. Meanwhile, you letting this man whoop on you. Uncle Clifford told you that's all you got going for yourself. And you in this relationship with this person who's beating on you. And she said she's just a pretty face. So Lil Murder goes to the DJ booth and he was like, I'm not about to play that song. I'm not about to play your song. He was like, Mercedes is the only one who can come out. He was like, I'm not about to do that again. That her last dance, they were supposed to bring it out, and she got mad and made him stop it. So Mercedes, she sees the parolee down on the other side of the club and she walks over there. She's just like, oh, you really came for me? He was like, yeah, he's cute, whoever that is. She was like, thank you and whatever. So they talking, have chopping it up or whatever. So Lil Murder, he comes up real quick, and all the dudes that were in the little VIP area, they stand up and they're like, what? And she was like, Little Murder, she was like, no, he's cool. What's the problem? What you want to say? He was like, no, I just want to wish you, well, and give you your well wishes or whatever. So when he walked away, the dude was like, yeah, these little niggas, they don't follow the code and this and that. He was like, you got your little shirt on. He was like, nigga, what you talking about? This is Gucci. I said, I know that's right. I don't give a damn. Y'all wear these big ass clothes, old ass nigga wearing these big ass clothes, nigga. Yes, I'm wearing clothes that fit. The fuck? Get the fuck out of here. Old ass niggas. And so he was like, whatever. So when he walked away, his homeboy was like, you got to perform the masculinity. The ego is bruised. Why he said, I'm about to go over there and talk to him. He was like, no. He was like, man, why you being a punk? He's like, ain't nobody no punk. He was like, yes, you are a punk from what I heard. I'll tell you, he whooped that ass. He whooped his ass because he called him a punk. And basically, I guess the word is on the street is that you like Uncle Clifford. Maybe that's the word on the street. But baby, the song started. So Mercedes comes into Uncle Clifford. Uncle Clifford says, boss bitches don't do all what we about to do. Turn around, and I don't want to see you come back. So turn your ass around and get out of here. So she turns around and leaves. Lil Murder gets kicked out of the club, right? So Mercedes says something to Autumn. When Mercedes gets the call from her mother that she's going to meet her down there, Mercedes and Autumn have this little exchange where she was like, oh, I'm going to get your locker. And she was like, no, you got to earn it. And she was like, okay, girl, whatever. And she was like, Mercedes said, all the advice I got for you is know where the exits are in case you got to make a door out of a window. She was like, you mean a window out? You mean a, what did she say? No, she said a window out of a door. And Autumn said, you mean a window out of, you know what I mean. I don't even know what the fuck they were saying, but you got to look for the exits so you don't have to make a window a door. And then she said, you mean the door a window? I don't know, whatever way they said it. And then she was like, girl, you know what the fuck I meant. Y'all know what the fuck I mean. You know what the fuck I mean, girl. And then she's like, well, just don't get cut trying to come back in. Their little one-liners, whoever is writing this, I'm here for all of it. That happens. So Lil Murder beats his friend up. He gets kicked out of the club. He's sitting on the end of the club. So the real estate agent comes through. Mercedes leaves in a hurry. She goes down. She was like, okay, where's my mom? My mom is about to meet me. She was like, oh, I just sold it to someone else. And she was like, oh, no, my mom she's here. She's about to meet me. I don't know. You didn't see your mother's car when you rolled up? I don't know. But she was like, yeah, my mom's supposed to meet me. And then the mother comes out and the real estate agent was like, oh shit. And she runs away. When I tell you how triggered I was when that lady with the way she was looking and she came out and then she started saying that it was Jesus and God and who told her Jesus told you to steal money from your child, bitch. Like I was so, man, when I tell you, I was so happy. I was like, I hope she beats her ass. And baby, they got to scrapping in the middle of the parking lot. I was here for all of it. I'm glad she whooped her ass. There's no way you're not gonna. There's no other thing that I don't give a damn who it was. You took not $200, not $2,000, not $2, bitch. $20,000 that this girl has been saving for the last 7 years, and you took it because God told you that you needed a fucking church. You scamming ass bitch. I was so fucking mad. I was so pissed. So she whooped her ass. Later they get hauled off to the jailhouse or whatever. On the next scene, everybody's looking for Mercedes. The crowd is going crazy. Where's Mercedes? Where's Mercedes? So he goes to the back. So Uncle Clifford goes to the back and says, who wants to go out for Beyonce? I know that's right. I said, what? So one of the girls was like, I'll do it. And then Mississippi was like, I'll do it. No, I'll do it. He was like, you sure? She was like, yeah, I'm sure. So Uncle Clifford goes back out and introduces Mississippi. Mississippi comes out. She starts dancing to Lil Murder's song. So Uncle Clifford hears the lyrics of Lil Murder's song and was like, wait a minute. Who's this song about, girl? So she walks outside and he's outside. He hears the song playing, which was so funny because he hears the song playing. He was like, shit, that's my motherfucking song. That's my song. He hears the song playing. And he gets emotional. He's trying to pull himself together. Like, okay, get yourself together. Yes, that's your song. You couldn't be in the club. But she was getting her dance on to that song. And it was cute. The song was cute. Talking about loving somebody and falling in love and something with the money and something, child. So when Uncle Clifford comes out, she was like, so Lil Murder was like, you know that song is about you. And she was like, no, it's not. And he's like, yes, it is. And she was like, wait a minute. Can I just say, before Uncle Clifford was like, I'll just go out of there. I don't know what I'm going to do with my little titties and my big old butt. Bitch, I was screaming. So when Uncle Clifford was like, okay, the lyrics are about me, he was like, yeah. She was like, prove it. Baby, they go into the back, baby, and they get busy. But the sweetest thing is how they was going back and forth. Every time Mississippi flipped her ass over, Uncle Clifford flipped her ass over, baby. I was here for it. I was here for that whole scene. I love the way they was going back and forth. I loved it. The song, everything. It was perfect. Uncle Clifford was flipping that hair, honey, looking back. It was perfect. Lil Murder finally got his piece, honey. I guess he gonna start acting stupid now. We gonna see how he's gonna act in the next scene. So then they drive off. Mercedes and her mama, they end up driving them off because you know, they got arrested. We had the two black females in the car apprehended or whatever. I would have whooped her ass too. That's crazy. You stole $20,000 from your child and said the feather. What she say something about, because she found that little feather on her eye. Another piece of little feather, and she thought that was a sign, child. All right, anyways, y'all, that was it. Take care of each other, protect your energy. It was a good episode. We're coming back. I'll do Potomac real quick. All right, peace.